Greetings, everybody. Thank you all for joining me today. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. Let's get warmed up. Let's do our warm up. Let's roll your arms forward. Loosen up those shoulders. And let's go back. Okay, down to the hips. Let's loosen up those hips a little bit. Side to side. Now we do the same dynamic warm-up every time. Let's go back to the arms. Up and down and up and down. Up and up. And the other side up. And up both arms into a Y and down. And Y, and one more, and up, and down, and march. So I was saying we do the same warm-up every time because your brain knows through repetition that you're about to lift weights or do something strenuous just by warming up. It's not just the muscles, we're warming up our brain too. Let's march high. You can hold on to a chair if you want. Try to get those knees up as high as you can. If you can get them up to your hips, you're stretching your hips. One more on each side. 1, 2, and march. And remember, in this class, you can do everything seated or standing, with or without weights. If the weights get heavy, put them down. And listen to your body. If you get tired, take a break. Stop for water whenever you want. And make sure you have something safe to hold on to, a counter, a chair, a table. Let's do our squats. Sit down and come up. I blow out when I lift myself up. Try to keep your back straight. Don't lean forward too much. One more. And march. Okay, let's take a deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Then just up and down with the arms. Going up and down, stretching those back muscles. Feel those shoulder blades going up and down. One more, up and down and march. All right, we're going to bend our knees now. We're down to the legs. Let's bend the knees. Nice gentle bend, stretching those ligaments and tendons. One more on each side. 1, and 2, and march. Okay, we're going to do get our heart rate up. Squats and up, it's a jumping jacks. 2, 3, we're going to try for 10 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, I blow out on the way up. 8, 2 more if you can. And 10. Okay, let's sit down. Grab your weights. We're going to take our boat out. Beautiful day on the lake today. It's going to take 12 strokes to get out to the middle of the lake. Reach out, pull back. Feel that water when you pull back. And reach out and pull back. Out. Bring those shoulder blades together. 9. We're going to do 2 more. 12. Let's do our leg extensions. Today, let's just go straight up with the leg. We're going to keep the leg bent at 90 degrees. I'm going to put a weight on top and go up, hold it, and down. Up, hold it, and down. Try to keep that foot off the floor. 3, up, 4. These can be difficult. We're going to try for 10. I think that's 6, 7, and down. 8. Keeping that foot off the floor the whole time keeps those muscles under tension the whole time. So we'll take a deep breath after that one. So we're strengthening these quad muscles on the top of the leg and your hips too. Tighten those muscles and let's raise it up and down and up and down. 3, 4. And tighten your tummy muscles. 5. There's so much we can do. 6. When you have a foot off the floor, your tummy's working to support you. Let's do one more. And 10. All right, let's get this boat back to shore. Reach out, pull back 12 more strokes. 2, 3, I blow out when I pull back. 4. Reach out, pull back. Reach out. One more stroke and we're going to get to the dock. There we are. All right, let's put the oars down and get on our bicycles. Let's warm up one leg. Bring the knee up, foot out and down. We all have a different range of motion here, so you just do what's easiest for you or what's best for you. Let's do the other leg. Bring the knee up, foot out and down. Tummy muscles are tight. One more. Okay, take a deep breath. You know, today we're only going to do 8 times around. If you can get both legs off the ground, that's good. If not, alternate one foot on the ground at a time. So only 8 times, but we're going uphill. So it's going to be a little, here we go. 1, 2, tighten those tummy muscles. 3, 4, oh boy, 5. Those legs are burning. 6, 2 more if you can. We're almost to the top. Okay, all right, you can coast the rest of the way down. Let's stand up and get some blood flowing in those legs. Walk around a little. If your legs are burning, walk around a little bit. And today, for our strength training, we're going to do 25 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. I have 10 exercises. Put that there. We're going to start with the cabinet press. Weights towards your chest, then up, pause at the top, put them on the top shelf of the cabinet, and down. Up. You can go as fast as you want. You can go fast, as long as you stop at the top. I'm going slowly. And I'm looking up at that cabinet when I'm reaching up. And rest. Okay, next one. We're going to do a squat. It's a wide squat. Your toes are pointed out. My feet are wider than my hips. And 1 or 2 weights holding down in front. Down and up. So for you ballerinas out there, this is a grand plie, if you remember that. If you don't feel like a ballerina today, this is a sumo squat. I feel like a sumo wrestler today. Down and up. That got more of the inside of the leg and the glutes. A little easier squat. All right, next one is a Russian twist. Weights up by your chest. Gonna go to the side, to the front, to the other side. Side, pause, tighten those tummy muscles, and the other side. You don't have to twist too far. If you can get the elbow behind your back, that's a good twist. You don't have to go that far. And rest. Next one, you can hold on to the chair. You can stand behind the chair for the next two if you want and hold on. We're going to step out to the side. Step out and push back. It's called the lateral lunge, a side lunge. Out. Bend your knee a little. Push straight up and back. You're going to feel your glutes working here, that quad muscle. And rest. And remember, you could do these standing behind your chair if you want. I'm going to try that. On the other side, you're going to step out and back. Or you can hold the weights up, push back. Get a little bend in that knee and push back, and you're going to get your glutes and the back of your leg working here. All right, next one. Another squat. Going to put the weights up by your shoulders. We're going to squat down and come up. We're thrusting up. It's called squat thrusters. Blowing out on the way up. And rest. Now for the next ones, I use the chair. If you don't want to use the chair, you don't have to use it. You can hold one weight or two weights. We're going to step back. Step back and up. Bend that front knee and come up. These are called lunges. Second most beneficial exercise, I think, that an older adult can do. Squats are the most beneficial. And rest. If you have good balance, you can do those without the chair. We're going to do the other side. Remember what side you did. Oh my goodness. The back foot, you're on the ball of the foot, pushing up. Now, ideal squat is a 90-degree bend in the back leg and a 90-degree bend in the front leg. I don't know if I'm getting that far. And rest. Next one, we're going to be a compound exercise. We're going to combine an exercise. Push your butt back. We're going to do a row, push your elbows back, and then a curl. A row and a curl. The floor count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Bringing those shoulder blades together and then curling those biceps. And rest. Oh, we got 2 out of the way there. Last one. Weights up around the hips for the back of the arms. We're going to do our kickbacks. Push back. You can keep your palms facing in. Go back and up as high as you can. Hold it there. You can do palms facing up if you want. And you have 3 muscles back there. You can go palms facing down if you want. Hit one of the different muscles. And rest. All right. Have a drink of water if you want. We're going to sit down. We're going to get our lower legs. Let's get our lower legs. This shin muscle is called the anterior tibialis, and it's a really important muscle. It allows us to flex our foot so that when we're walking, we're flexing our foot, you know, even just a little bit. That muscle's working. So let's go up and down, and up and down in 3. You can do 10 of these. Toes up and down in 6. 7, 3 more, 9, and 10. Let's do the heels up. So this, when you have your knee bent and you do heel raises, you're working a muscle called the soleus. It's under your calf muscles. Let's go up and down. You're going to feel your calves working, but because your knee is bent, that soleus muscle is working too. And that's a big muscle under your calf that helps control your balance. And I lost count. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. We're going to do the toes again. Toes up, toes down. Press your heel into the ground. 3 and down. And 4, 5 and down. 6 and up. 8. 2 more. And 10. Okay, we're going to heels up again. Heels up, heels down, heels up. 2, 3, and down. 4. Press your toe into the ground. 6, and up and down. And 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. All right, let's wake up our leg bones. This is for your bone density in your legs. We're going to stomp 5 times pretty hard. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do the other side. 1, 2, 4, 5. And now put some power in our legs. Let's go up and down fast. And rest. Take a deep breath. Let's do that again. And rest. Now some people can do their hands at the same time they're doing their feet. I can't do that. If you're coordinated enough, you can do that. Let's do it one more time. And rest. All right, let's have a water break. And get your ball. If you don't have a ball, find a hand towel and roll that up, tie it into a knot, or a teddy bear works. One of those scrunchy pillows that my grandchildren have, or a small pillow. All right. So now we're going to do our range of motion work. This is really important work. Let's start over the head. Just a nice, gentle, moving those joints around. I have a friend that's a yoga instructor. Let's go the other direction. And she always tells me, motion is lotion. Move those joints around, get some fluid in there. Let's put the ball on our chest and go out as far as you can, then up, and out, and up, and 3. Let's do a couple more. Out, and up, and out, big stretch, and up, big stretch. All right, ball in one hand, and squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. Remember, if the ball's too big for your hand, just open and close your hand. Just do all these one-handed exercises with just your fist. And then let's go up and down. And that big figure eight. Big figure eight. Now let's go the other direction. Sometimes it's not easy to change direction. You notice that? It's easy for me because I know when I'm going to change it. Now let's do the other side. Squeeze and relax, and squeeze and relax, and 3, 4, 5, and up and down. And that big figure eight. And let's change direction. You're going up. If you're going down, you're going up. If you're going up, you're going down. Okay, we're going to hold the ball both hands. This is our infinity sign. In the other direction. It's really the same thing, isn't it? When we hold it in both hands. Change directions. But it's good. I always have to unwind. Let's go down to the back of our neck and up. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, just hold the ball out and go up and down. But if you can get down into the back of your neck, this is good. This is good for your rotator cuff muscles and your triceps. Let's do 2 more if you can. All right, let's sit down and put the ball between our legs. And let's squeeze it and try to break it and relax. And squeeze and relax. You know, if you break the ball with your legs, let me know. We'll send you a prize. Squeeze. Somebody told me they broke the ball once, but really their dog ate it, so it doesn't count. How about 2 more? Squeeze as hard as you can. You can use your hands too. Want to feel this on the inside of your legs. You can move the ball around when we do this exercise. You can put it between your knees, your thighs. You can move it around. Let's do this one today. Clasp your hands. See if you can pick up the ball with your elbows. And if you can bring it up to a 90-degree bend in your elbow, the hardest part of this is getting the ball up there. All right, let's squeeze and relax. And squeeze. If you can't get it up, then just hold it between the palms of your hands and do that one. 4, 5, and relax. 6. If you've never done these before, you might feel this tomorrow. 7, 8. Is getting your back muscles, your shoulders, and your chest too. 1 more. Squeeze and relax. All right, let's get our back rub. Okay, ball on the lower back, just side to side. Let's go up, around the middle. And up a little more. This is the top of the top back muscles, trapezoids. All right, we're going to bring it down to the middle of your back. And this one, if the ball's uncomfortable, you can take the ball out completely. Let's go up, lean over the ball a little bit, flexing those back muscles, and then down. And up, stretching your chest, and down. Going out on the way up, 3. This is called the hallelujah stretch. 4. You can yell hallelujah if you want, or blow out. 5. Let's do one more. All right. We didn't do the ball toss. Let's do it. If we didn't, we'd do it again. Okay. Ball toss. Eye-hand coordination. Clap, double clap. No, we didn't do this yet. Really important to be able to do this. Brain health. Okay. Let's bring it down to the feet. And let's do eye-foot coordination. If you can. If you don't have a ball or anything that'll bounce, just open and close your feet. Your tummy is getting a workout here. Those core muscles are working. Okay, and talking to the tummy, let's do our crunches. I'm gonna scooch out on my chair. Gonna lean forward and then tighten up and lift myself up. Kind of 10 of these. I blow out on the way down, tighten up on the way back. And I'm up around 6. Tighten those tummy muscles up. And they're only going to lift you a couple of inches, those tummy muscles, that 6-pack. And then your hips are going to do a lot of the work after that. After you go to a couple inches, and your hips are working. But we're moving. And tighten up and come up. Okay. Let's do for the chest. The fingers off the ball, just the palm of the hands on the ball. Bring it up to your chest and squeeze and relax. And up, squeeze, 2, and up, 3, and down, 4, and relax. Squeeze when you get it up top. And squeeze. I think that's 8. Remember, this is our progressive. You get stronger every time you do this. Squeeze it. If you're squeezing as hard as you can, let's do one more. Squeeze and relax. Get a couple more. Gonna hold the ball out in one hand. Go up as high as is comfortable for you. And then back as far as you can. Up and back. And 3, 4. Let's do one more. Stretching and flexing those rotator cuff muscles. Let's do the other side. Up as high as is comfortable. Remember, we don't want any pain. If you get pain going above here, don't go above there. Probably no pain going backwards. 3. Up and back. 4. And one more. 5. And let's put the ball on the ground. Again, put my heel on the ball. Turn sideways so you can see me. Scooch way out on your chair. Heel on the ball. Back as straight as you can get it. You can hold your arms out to the side or you can hold them in. And lift up the other leg and lean back. When those muscles start flexing, that's when you stop and you hold it right there. And you suck in that belly button. And I'm looking at the ceiling, keeping my neck lined up with my back. And I forgot to set the alarm, but I know what 30 seconds is. You stop when you get tired. And rest. That was around 30 seconds. Let's change feet. And remember, if your body wants to twist, bring it back to the center. We're working those side muscles and making those strong. That's the difference between being a wet noodle and a tree trunk, these core muscles. So if you bump into something, you don't want to be a wet noodle. You want to be a tree trunk. Okay, we're going to raise the other leg up, scooch out on the chair, Joe, and lean back, and here we go. 30 seconds I'm setting it this time. Suck in that tummy. And remember to breathe. We're not holding our breath for 30 seconds. So much to remember here. Leg up, foot on ball, tummy in, breathe. You stop when you get tired, and rest. That was 30 seconds. Wow. Good job, everybody. Let's have another water break. Don't get rid of the ball, though. We're going to use the ball. We're going to do something aerobic. So remember, while we're doing this, remember, think in your head, you're going to feel great the rest of the day. Once we get all those joints loosened up with that range of motion work, and then the stretching afterwards, and you're going to look great too. You're going to feel great and look great. All right, we're going to do 20 seconds work and 10 seconds rest. We have 8 exercises. We're going to use the ball, and this is going to be aerobic. We're going to try to get our heart rate up. In this 20, 10, 8 exercises, 20 on, 10 off, 8 exercises, it's called a Tabata. And there was a Dr. Tabata that researched this and put his name to it. And what the idea is, you're going to work as hard as you can for 20 seconds, then rest for 10 seconds. So your metabolism is going to go up, your heart rate's going to go up, and then it's going to rest. And your body, your brain is going to think, well, you're all done. You're all done with the exercise. And then we're going to do another 20 seconds up and down. And now your brain's a little confused and said, well, now they're really done with the exercise. And then we'll go up another 20 seconds and down. And eventually, after 8 times, the brain is triggered to stay up at a high metabolism level. It doesn't know what you're doing. Are you being chased by a dinosaur, or are you building a stone wall? But it's going to stay up at that high metabolism level for, some people say, 24, 48 hours. So you're burning more calories. But it's that up and down cycle that programs the brain. Instead of a steady cycle of running, when you stop, your brain knows you stopped, and it cools everything down. This is to confuse it, up and down. So we're going to do our Tabata here. You're going to work as hard as you can. We're going to start with a squat and a reach. You can go with that wide squat if that's more comfortable for you. We're trying to go fast. I'm blowing out when I come up. And rest. Now you can just rest, or you can march in active rest. Only 10 seconds break though. Over the shoulder, down fast. Chopping wood, try to get down to your knee. little squat. Remember, every time you bend a joint, you're using energy. So if you can bend those knees a little on the way down, that's a little more energy you're burning. You're getting your heart rate up a little bit. And rest. Over your shoulder, other side. Going out on the way down. You blow out when you accelerate. You can go at your own speed and rest. You can go to the music. You can go slower, you can go faster. Just bend a little. Now we're at the knee, up over the head and down to the other side. Up, going up fast now. Getting a little twist in here too. Knees, hips, shoulders, a lot of things moving here. And rest. Now listen to your bodies. If you need a longer than 10-second break, you take it. Going out to the front, fast to the side. Like you're throwing the ball. You can pivot that back foot. And all of these you can do holding onto a chair too. You can do them all seated. Let's go down to the knee, up fast over the shoulder. Going up fast now. If we had snow, it'd be like shoveling snow, throwing it over your shoulder. We don't want to shovel snow. Little bend of the knee if you can, and rest. Down to the other knee, up fast. And rest. One more, there's always one more. Okay, over the head. We're going to slam the ball down, bend your knees, don't let the ball go. Well, unless you have a medicine ball that doesn't bounce, so you can let it go. Or a pillow, you can let that go. And rest. All right, let's have another water break. We're done with the weights and the balls. We can get those out of the way. I do want to mention staying hydrated. So even in the winter, the summer, the winter, all the time, you want to stay hydrated. That's why it's important to have water. Even if you're not thirsty, try to have a sip of water or a couple of sips every hour. Yeah, as we get older, let me put that. As we get older, we lose our sense of thirst, just like everything else. My fingers, I don't have the sense of touch as good as I used to have. And our sense of thirst goes, and what happens is by the time we get thirsty, we're already dehydrated. So we have to think constantly, have I had water in the past hour? And just have a couple of sips every hour. If you have a smartphone or a smart watch, there are apps that will beep every hour and remind you. They'll say, take a drink. So, all right, see if we can put the music back on here. And, you know, somebody asked me the other day, about how to strengthen their legs, they wanted to put their socks on standing up, which I don't think is a good idea. But if they could do it, that's great. But you need strong legs to hold, strong quads to be able to do that. And what I was thinking, the best exercise to strengthen your quads is to stand up out of your chair. It's actually a squat, but you're a little low. If you can do this, or you just watch me. If you can do that without using the armrest, that's good. If you need the armrest to push yourself up, use them. If you need to put your hands on your legs to push yourself up, you can do that. That's cheating too, though, because you're using some of your upper body. And what we're trying to do is strengthen these quads. So one way to do it is to throw yourself forward, not very, lean back, and then come forward and use the momentum of your body to go up. And when your nose is over your toes, that's when you push your feet into the ground. So let's try that. That's those quad muscles working. Now we're going to sit down. When you sit down, make believe there's a lemon meringue pie on the chair, and you don't want to plop into it. You want to sit gently into it. Make sure you know where your chair is. We're going to sit gently down into that pie. All right, now I'm going to set my watch for 30 seconds and see how many times, I want you to see how many times you can get up in 30 seconds. This is actually a test. It's called up and sit and stand test. That's the name of today's feature. And what we're going to do is remember how many times you got up and down, and remember that number. And then in a few months, we'll do it again, or you'll watch this episode again, or we'll do it in another episode, and you try it again and try to beat that number. So here we go, 30 seconds. And up and down. You stop when you get tired, and if you need to use those arms on the chair, you use them. Press those feet into the ground to lift yourself up. 5 more seconds. Okay, great job. Now remember that number, and that worked your quad muscles. Some people want to work their glutes and have strong glute muscles, which is very important, very, very important. That's why we do squats. If you want to work your glutes, see if you can stand up. Instead of leaning forward, keep your back as straight as you can. You have to bring your feet in a little bit more. Push through the heels of your feet and up. That works more of your glutes. You can use a little bit of momentum. If your glutes are awake, you're going to feel them. Whoop. Don't fall down, Joe. I plopped into that pie. Okay. So those are 2 exercises that you can do every day to strengthen your legs and your glutes. All right, let's do our stretching. Time to stretch. Have another water break if you want. Put my nose. Okay. Let's take a deep breath. Did a lot today, and blow out. You might be sweating a little bit from that Tabata, from that aerobic exercise. Let's lean to the side. I make believe someone's pulling this arm down. And the other side, and the arm that's down, being pulled down. Okay, just to give ourselves a hug, stretch those back muscles. Put the other arm on top. Reach back as far as you can. This is also good for your range of motion. If you've had shoulder surgery, this might be difficult wrapping your arms like this. But the more you do it and the further back you reach, the easier it'll get. Okay, let's stretch our chest. Put your fists together. Take a deep breath in. Pull your elbows back. And blow out. 2 more of those. And 1 more. Let's stretch our neck. I'm going to push, I push my chin back a little bit and then lean my head to the side. My head tends to tilt forward. It's not really lined up with my spine, so I push it back a little bit. I get a better stretch. Let's do the other side. Ear towards your shoulder. Now I'm just resting my arm on top. You can pull a little bit if you want. Okay. Let's look over our shoulder. Now just turning your neck and stretching your eyes too. Let's go to the other side. Look over your shoulder. And to the first side, stretching. And the second side. That's a stretch you can do every day. That's a very functional stretch because we have to, if you drive a car, you have to look over your shoulder sometimes, and that's not easy. Let's make believe we have a hinge where your neck vertebrae meet your back vertebrae. Sit tall and just drop your head. And you feel those back muscles and shoulder muscles stretching, the top of your shoulder blades. And let's look up towards the ceiling. And then down again. Then up towards the ceiling, flex those muscles. And straight ahead. All right, let's do our shoulders. Bring your shoulder blades up. Go back with them, pinch them together, and push them down. Let's go up and back and down and up and back. And keep those shoulder blades together. Down, keep the shoulder blades together. Put your arms out to the side like an airplane and bring them back as far as you can. And then turn your palms up. Go back 2 or 3 more inches. Push your chest out. I'm going to stretch that upper chest muscle. Give you good posture here. And come forward. Take a deep breath. All right, let's put one arm out. Put it over the hand over your opposite shoulder and pull that arm around your neck like a scarf. Stretching your back muscles, your shoulder, your triceps. Let's do the other side. Arm out, over the shoulder, and pull your arm across. You know, if you ever tune in late, you know, if you miss the beginning of our show, even if you just get this last stretching part, it's worth, it'll make you feel great. Okay, let's put that first hand up and pull back gently on your fingers. And fingers down, pull back gently on the back of your hand, stretching the top of your wrist. Okay, other side, fingers up. Pull back gently, stretching under the wrist. And fingers down, pull the back of the hand, or you can pull your fingers, stretching the top of the wrist. All right, let's make a fist in that first hand. Go around. Let's loosen that wrist up. Keep it nice and loose. Let's go the other direction. And the other hand. And the other direction. And let's do our open wide in that first hand. Open wide, close tight. Open wide and do our itsy bitsy spider. Press those fingers into the thumb and go the other direction. And then the thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make our joints feel good in our hands. Let's open the other hand wide and close tight. Then open wide again, stretching everything, and then flexing. Let's press, that's flexing those finger muscles. And then the thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do our fast hands. We're going to open and close 10 times fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands in like we're milking a cow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Someone told me that's not how you milk a cow. Palms down. 8, 9, 10. And palms out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's shake our hands. Let's get some blood in. We just stretched and flexed all those muscles, and the joints are feeling great now. Let's get some blood in there. Shake your arms. And take a look. Huh? They look great. They look brand new. Okay. Let's do our face exercises today. This is Jack LaLanne face exercises. You have over 40 muscles in your face. We're going to stretch and flex all of them. I can tell some of you have been doing these every day, and that's what you want to do them every day. Let's open our eyes and our mouths and our hands wide and close tight. You're flexing all those muscles around your eyes and around your mouth. This is flexing them, just like when you lift a weight and you flex your bicep. That's what you're doing here. You're flexing those tiny little muscles. Let's open wide again and stretch them out. And close tight. And one more, open wide. And close tight. Okay. All right, we're going to purse our lips. These are muscles just like all the other muscles in our body. We have to work these too to keep them in shape. We're going to purse our lips and go to the side. You feel your cheeks tighten up down here. And the other side. And the first side. And the second side. Don't worry, I can't see you. I took my glasses off. And the first side one more time. And the second side. All right, let's get our neck muscles. Let's see if we can tighten up our neck. I'm going to put my chin on my chest. Turn your head to the side and press your chin against your chest. Now, if that's uncomfortable, if you can't quite reach your chest with your chin, put your hand under there and make believe you're holding an apple between your chin and your chest. Let's go to the other side. You have to open your mouth a little bit to do this. Let's go to the first side. And second side. And first side. And second side. All right. Let's lean forward. Put your arms on the outside of your legs. Lean forward. Relax your lower back and around it a little bit. We're trying to get some blood into these face muscles. You can pat your cheeks, tap around your eyes if you want. Just relax, stretch your lower back. Okay, now use your tummy muscles, lift yourself up. And let me see what we have. Yep, more beautiful and handsome than when we started. It's every time when you go out today, your friends are gonna say, oh boy, you look great. Because you're gonna feel great and you're going to look great. Let's turn our ankles. Let's cross our legs and turn our ankles 5 or 6 times, loosen up our ankle joint. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can hold your leg out front and go 5 or 6 times in each direction. And then we're going to sit as tall as we can, stretch your back, and reach under your knee and pull that knee across your body and feel the hip stretch. That's actually your butt that's stretching there. Let's put that leg down gently. If that figure 4 is uncomfortable, you can get your back straight and just raise your knee up. That'll stretch your hip too. Reach under your thigh. But if you can get into this figure 4, this is good. Keep those ankles nice and loose. And then sit as tall as you can, straighten your back as much as you can, pull that knee across your body. If you want to turn your body a little bit, you can too. And let's put that leg down. Scooch back in your chair. Let's lift our feet up. We're going to stretch all these leg muscles. We're going to stretch them, flex them back, stretch again, and flex, and stretch, and flex, and stretch, and flex. All right, let's stand up. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do that again. Deep breath in and blow it all out. And then a big stretch. Stretch every muscle in your body. Reach for the sky. Wiggle your fingers and wave goodbye. Give yourselves a hand. Great job today. Well, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.